Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Santa's Workshop here, and we are back. We're back on the Caballero. We are going to raise a roof today. We're going to put the roof on this thing, get it welded in, and get this thing off to paint. And we got Randy from Auto Auction Rebuilds, this is his car, so you know, hey, he's here checking it out. And we promised you we would talk about the motor a little bit. And we have discovered a couple of things that is not good for the outlook of the hot motor in this car. Number one, Randy said it's got a little tick in it as it's running.
Yep.
So we're not 100% positive that the that hot motor is going to be worth this.
Yeah.
Number two is with the air conditioner brackets, we cannot use the high lift valve covers.
This bracket back here,
right,
in particular, is really close.
And issue number three, that other car has special lifters in it, which these valve covers will not clear. So, as of now, I'm thinking, and Randy's thinking, we're going to keep this motor in, we're going to get it to paint, so we get back to reassembling the car. We're going to clean up the engine bay as best we can, and we're going to get this thing looking nice. And if we find that that other motor is a good motor, we'll go from there. What do you think?
I agree.
Okay.
This is a known good. This car was driven here.
That's right.
And how many? Well, it's several miles.
Yes.
From where my shop is to here, and this car made it down here just fine on bad gasoline.
Oh yeah.
Gummed up carburetor with cold air conditioning. I just don't think it's worth swapping out something that's so perfectly good and working
for
something that we've only been able to move up and down the street.
Exactly.
We don't know anything about it. So I say it's a possibility later, but for right now, I think this is a solid engine, so why not just keep it reliable?
All right. That sounds good to me. And as you said, we've always got the option.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to do right now, we are going to grab this roof. We're going to set it on the car. And I've got some trimming and everything to do, but Randy's going to help me get it on. And then I'll go to trimming and we'll get it welded on. Let's get to it. All right, we got her set on. Now this right here is going to go under this. This, get you his frame here. This is going to cradle right onto this. And you get under here, you see where I have marked. I'm going to trim that out slowly until this fits in there perfect. That way we've got a butt up weld. I can just run a bead right here, tack weld it on the back side, bring this brace in here, weld it up. It will be just like factory, except it's going to have solid welds, not spot welds. You remember this that I cut out, that chunk of rust? I'm going to be able to trim that off, get this in. It fits almost flush. So yeah, we're close. we're close to getting it done. Well, what do you think, Mr. Randy?
I'm just blown away, man. I'm blown away. 10 minutes ago, it looked like it was coming apart at the seams. You throw the roof on it, suddenly it looks like car again.
But it's coming back together in the seams.
Yeah, exactly. Very nice.
So, got some trimming to do, some welding to do, and
As a fabricator myself, a metal guy,
yeah.
I'd say this is almost as good as I could have done.
Really?
I'm real proud
Well,
of you.
thank you. I feel honored with that.
Comment below if you agree.
Not those kind of comments. This is a G-rated channel.
That's right.
Alrighty. Well, I want to let Randy get on back to the house, and I'm going to start trimming. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We are measured out. We are within 1/8 of an inch of my original measurements. Our roof line there looks really good. Yes, there's a dip there that's got to get filled, but that was all filled with lead, if you remember. This right here is the rail that I replaced. So let's see if I can get you in there. I won't have to beat those two together. This one here is slightly up, so I will bend it down. There's a trim goes on there, so it's not going to be seen. Our measurements here in the back, it's supposed to be 12 1/4. I was just a little bit over 12 1/4, about 1/8 of an inch. On that side, this side, we're fitting right in. Measurement from here to here is right at 30. Look how this side's fitting. Look at that. Oh, isn't that pretty? You can see my roof line here. It's very close. And this right here measured right at 12 1/2. I measured the back glass. Back glass is going to fit in there just perfect. So, I want to sit down, drink a little tea, wipe the sweat off my face, and I think I'll get the welder out and tack it down. And you know what that means? We're about to start welding. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is tack welded down. The top is not going to move. I'm so pleased with that seam right there. You see this one? Got it tack welded there. Got one right there. So that seam is where it needs to be. Check out that drip rail. When I get done, you're not even going to be able to tell the piece was put in there. You get around here, this one is tack welded. We're tack welded under here on that one. Got a tack weld right there, one right there. Now then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my weld through primer, and I'm going to just soak those seams up inside and everything. I'm going to pull these here back, get back in behind here, make sure everything is covered good. And then I will come back and we will start welding this thing together. I don't know if I'm going to get that in this video or we'll make do the next one out of it. But the top is on. It is on. All the measurements come out within 1/8 of an inch. Of course, the door frame measurements were dead on, just as I predicted. everything is going to come together really nice. I've had several ask me what products I am using on this. This is the weld through primer, U-Pole weld number 2, UPO 789, weld through zinc rich primer. And then I have Pour 15 rust preventative, paint directly over rust, seals rust permanently. And there's the pourproducts.com, made in USA. Let's see here in this one. There's a reorder code reference. I don't see an actual company. There it is. Manufactured for U-Pole USA Inc. Eastern Pennsylvania. Okay. And for what we're going to be using for filler is the USC Duraglass. Fiberglass reinforced filler, because I'm going to need to go a little bit thicker on those seams than what I would with normal putty. So what I'll do, I'll use the fiberglass filler for the actual forming of it, and then for the final finishes use putty or some polyester filler over it. But I want to let that dry. And if I can come back and it's dried up here in a little bit, we'll get this in this film. If not, the actual welding up and starting to clean all the seams up will be in the next one. So, thank y'all very much. This thing is getting ready close to paint. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Please share it. Tell everybody. Let's make this channel grow. Thank you all very much. See you next time on Santa's Workshop.